Welcome to Friday Nights with Emma. Give everybody a minute to join. Give us a little thumbs up or a heart to let us know you're there. Mikey's on camera again tonight, so say hi to Mikey. And yeah, we'll just give everybody a minute. I've had a little bit change of plans tonight. I'll tell you all about it. But yeah, so just wait for everybody. I've got a different grape juice today because it's a little bit cold, so I went a little bit stronger. So this is Pinot, French Pinot, not the regular grape juice.
Lorraine,
oh, hi, Lorraine.
Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Your mum.
Hi, Mum.
Gail.
Hi, Gail.
Annette.
Hi, Annette.
Sarah.
Hello, Sarah.
Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Caroline.
Hi, Caroline. Hi, everybody. Well, to tell you, so I had planned tonight to do, show you how to do...
Judith.
Hi, Judith.
Karen.
Piping on a cushion.
Judy.
But I couldn't find my piping cord.
Annette.
Hi, Annette.
Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
Another Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
Gail.
Hi, Gail.
Sandy.
Hi, Sandy.
Diamond.
Hi, Shirley.
Kate.
Hi, Kate. Yeah, so that was the plan for tonight, but I couldn't find my piping cord, so it's been put on the back burner, I'm afraid. Hi, Christine.
Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
Brenda.
Hi, Brenda.
Jane.
Hi, Jane. So what I thought I'd show you tonight instead...
Carol.
Hi, Carol. ...is Hawaiian quilts, and talk you through the new patterns that came in this week as well. Ready for... I will do one of these quilt demos next week for sure, and then possibly the week afterwards, depending on how we're doing, I will do the piping. I promise I will get to the piping. I will find the cord. I will buy new stuff if I can't find it.
Terry is watching.
Hi, Terry.
Kathleen.
So we can do that.
Susan.
Hi, Susan. Hi, Catherine. Right, so Hawaiian quilts. Just to give you a little bit background. So you've seen this one before. Hi, Roz. This is a little one that I made and designed. So what makes this a Hawaiian quilt? Well...
You're Sarah.
Oh, hi, Sarah. Hi, Billy. Is how you mark out the pattern, how you design the pattern. So this is a pattern that I designed, and the way that I did it, it's in eighths. So it's literally, if I fold it over...
Eileen.
Oh, hi, Eileen. And then once again, so that's fourths, and then in eighths. So this is the actual pattern, this part. And then you repeat it. So a bit like a snowflake, like you do a snowflake, but with 8 sides instead of 6.
Annette is wondering if your cord is in the same place as her TV remote.
Quite possibly. I put it somewhere safe. I saw it. I put it somewhere safe, and now, yeah, it's in that safe place that I can't find. So.
Margaret and Ellen.
Hopefully you'll find your TV remote though, because that's more crucial.
And Sandra.
Oh, hi, Sandra. Yeah, so that's Hawaiian. Now there's a couple of different ways of doing it. For a proper Hawaiian one, you can do reverse applique, which is what I've done in the very middle here. So you can see I've marked my design out, and what I've done is I've tucked it back underneath so to reveal the white underneath there. And then this part is applique, regular applique. So instead of cutting to reveal the white underneath, I've actually trimmed this down, so I've tucked it under needle turn applique all the way around. So that's generally Hawaiian quilt, yeah, what a Hawaiian quilt typically is. So it will be a design that's repeated like that.
Judith and Christina.
Hi, Judith. Hi, Christina. Either regular applique or reverse applique, either way. And then just echo quilted. So echo quilting means you just do lines that echo the shape, basically, that you've done. And it's not a perfect art, but it's like almost like ripples coming out from your pattern. And that's quite traditional of a Hawaiian quilt. So that's a Hawaiian quilt. Now, these are similar insofar as it's 2 fabrics, so just 2 colours, and you've got a background and a top one. So my background was cream, and then the top one was the green on this one. This one is black on the background, and then my orange is the foreground part. So that's what this pattern is. All of these Hawaiian 2 fabric applique patterns that I've got are all the same size. So they all come out this size, which is 24 inches by 36 inches. Now you'll see for this one, the pattern on the front, the orange is in the background and then the black is the foreground. What the lady does is she gives you the front option, and then there's always a back option where the colours are kind of reversed, so you get to see what it would look like with the colours reversed, and I liked this one better, and I thought the black stars would be better in the background.
Martina says it reminds me of a Hawaiian applique. Lovely.
Yes.
Dawn is
exactly
watching.
That. Oh, hi Dawn.
Diane is watching. And Diamond asks, do you do your free motion quilting on a domestic machine or a long arm?
It depends on the size of the project. I mostly do small projects, and I do it on the domestic. So I did free motion quilt this a little bit, not as much as I probably could have. So I've quilted around some of the edges, not as much as I would like. I need to do some more really, but I've kind of tacked it together so that it's quilted through.
Martina likes the black and orange.
Oh, thank you. Yes. And so I'll open this up so I can show you what you get, because there's 2 different ways of doing this. There's the much easier way, and then there's the harder way, but it's completely up to you. So
not really selling it that way though, are you?
So you get a full size pattern. So it's the actual size pattern. You don't have to make it any bigger. And what she's done is...
Carol is watching.
Oh, hi Carol. If you want to do needle turn applique, then you mark on your fabric or on your bondaweb the dark lines. And that is your cut line. So that will give you enough cut in between each side, each piece, so that you've got about, she only gives you about 1/8 of an inch to turn under. It's not a huge amount, seam allowance, on some of these pieces. So if you want to do needle turn, your cut line and your trace line will be the very dark black line. And now don't worry, I'm going to show you this next week as well. I'm just going to talk you through it. If you want to do the easier way, which is with bondaweb, and I have ordered some bondaweb in. I don't have it in at the minute, but it's wide enough to fit this whole sheet. So you can have a piece of bondaweb that fits your entire sheet, so you don't have to tape any bits together or anything like that.
Joanne and Mum Maureen are watching.
Oh, hi Joanne. Hi Mum Maureen.
Hillary is
hi,
watching.
Hillary. So with that way, you put the bondaweb over the top, and then you trace on top of the dotted line, and that is going to be your cut line. Not the dark one, it'll be the dotted line, but I'll show you that next week.
There's a key right there too.
Oh yeah. Let's yeah. So that's how she
Anne is watching.
Yeah. So she's just saying exactly the same thing, basically. So that's your pattern, and then she also gives you instructions for hand applique and fusible. So there's instructions in there as well as what I will show you next week.
Debbie is watching and Belinda is watching.
Oh, hi Debbie, hi Belinda. So that's that. Now I'll show you the patterns I've got. Now if you go on either my Instagram page or on the Facebook page, if you look in the photos, you will see some pictures from some of the ladies who came to my workshops and did them. And what I love about them, well, with any of the workshops, is that they all look fantastic, but they all look so different depending on the fabric that you use. So that'll give you some ideas of what other people have done. There's some stunning, stunning quilts.
And Martina says, post more on social media when you're having the live Facebooks well in advance. Pretty please, I found this just by accident.
Oh yes, I will. Okay, I will. But it's the regular thing. Friday nights at 8 o'clock. It's my regular live stream. So if you, the topic sometimes changes. So I can plan things in advance, but sometimes it changes last minute. So just fair warning.
As of today.
As of today.
Live television.
So that's the Halloween one rather, and it gives you your pattern. Oh, and then the other thing I meant to say, so your fabric requirements for all of them are, you need 3/4 meter for the background, 3/4 meter for the foreground, and then a long quarter for the binding. So depending on how you want to do your binding, so this one I've matched the binding to the back, so I've used a whole meter of the background fabric and then 3/4 meter of the orange. So it's if you want to keep them the same, you'll have a meter of one and 3/4 meter of the other, depending on which one you want to make your binding from.
Our Natalie says, Halloween, your favorite, Emma.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Kaylee's, we're already planning it for Kaylee. Yeah, love Halloween. Oh, seahorses. So this is a pattern that I've had in before, but I've got more in now. So if it was sold out, but there's more in. And so that's with the blue on the foreground. And then that's the opposite way with a paler foreground and a dark background. So you get to see both.
Diana says, Friday night, and if my lot haven't had evening meal, tough. They just have to wait.
Cheers.
And Annette says, crikey, that's depressing. It already looks dark outside where we're at.
Yes. Oh, we've had such horrible weather today. I've seen people flooded. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about flooding here, but it's been raining since like 2 o'clock and like proper chucking it down.
Jenny is watching.
Oh, hi, Jenny. So the koi pond. So most of these are ones that I put on Facebook and Instagram a few weeks ago, and people voted on the ones that they liked. So I've pretty much got all of them. It just depends on how many I've got of each. There's a koi pond, which is quite nice, and then she's got it reversed on the back, which is a pale background. These are pretty, so I will go through some of them. Some of these, because they're individual pieces that you cut out, in theory you can actually use scraps. So if you wanted your lotus flower to be pink, for instance, you could do that part in pink and then have your lily pads in green and your fishes different colours as well. I had one lady who came, I'll show you, to the workshop who did a peacock and did all different colours. It was stunning. So there's the flamingos, and I think you could do a similar thing with that too if you really wanted to. And that's the back. Garden. Oh, I love this garden wreath. So one thing that I thought, and I might do probably somewhere, is because these are all the same size, what you could do is do a few of them and then change them out throughout the year, which is a very American thing to do. A lot of them, people change their decor a little bit towards the seasons. So you could have Halloween for October, and then I've got some Christmassy ones. You could do Christmassy for December, wintry, January, February, probably March actually, snowflakes, and then your spring ones. So you could change them out so you wouldn't have to look at the same quilt all the time. But this is a garden wreath, and I think you could have some with different colours on that one as well. And on the back, she's actually done it the opposite direction. It's the same, exactly the same quilt, she's just oriented it differently. So you could have it either way for this one.
Martina says, wonder what it would look with graduated orange fabric too.
Yes.
Might be cool.
Yes. That's the other thing I was going to mention. So I'll show you which one I'm going to do for next week and the fabrics I've chosen. But I was looking through the fabrics today, thinking of these, and I've got some lovely ombre some Moda ombre. I've got some rainbow ombre, pastel, and vivid. Yeah.
Banditos.
Yes. Doggy. Oh, Mum did the doggy. I'm sure there's a picture of it. And Mum did different colours. So she did different colour for her doggy with a red collar, I think. And then her flowers were different colours as well. So you don't have to do just 2 colours. You could mix it up. Yeah, Mum did that. And that's what it looks like opposite.
Joanne asks, how easy or difficult are these? I haven't attempted applique yet.
So if we do the Bondaweb, which I will show you next week, if you look at this one quite carefully, all I've done, literally all I've done is you trace it out, cut it out, or trace it out, stick it onto the fabric, then cut it out, and then stick it down. And then all I've done is a blanket stitch around the edge. And you don't have to do a blanket stitch, you can do a zigzag, you can do whichever one you want. But it is literally, that is the trickiest part really. And I didn't do this free motion, this was all with a walking foot. And all I did was pivot at the corners. So I just stopped with my needle down, where at the end, pivoted my whole quilt around and just continued.
Annette asks, how do you hang yours up?
So I'll show you what I've done here. So I've just got a sleeve on this one. I have actually cut through it because at the moment, yeah, my hanger doesn't go all the way across. So I've had to snip through it to get my hangers through. But that's how I tend to do it. So you can see it's actually under my binding. So what I do is I'll make my sleeve. So I'll have raw edge along this edge. I hem the sides and the bottom, and then when I attach my binding on the front, I also put my sleeve under my quilt and pin it down, so that when I sew my binding onto the front, it also sews the top of my sleeve down. And then I just bind over the top, and I've just hand sewn that together to make a sleeve.
Yeah.
Super easy.
You'll show that next week, I guess.
I can do it. I can do it at a different time because there's different ways of doing it. Other ways that people do smaller hangings is they put a triangle across each corner, and then you just have a rod that fits all the way across and fits into the corner pockets. I've got like a flat wooden dowel. We actually bought it as trim to go on something, but we never used it. So I've used it for hanging up. So it's just a flat piece of doweling that I use, and then I've just used a couple of regular hooks to hook it onto and then slip it through there.
Martina says, ombre gorgeous,
yeah.
Mucho grande.
Acorns, so Dawn did this one. Oh, it's stunning. She did it also with a dark background and a beautiful orange on top, and it is stunning. And then that's what it looks like in the green opposite.
Oak.
Oak. Yeah, that's one of the trees Michael knows.
It's the only trees in the world, isn't it?
The ginkgo. Barbara did this ginkgo.
Martina asks, is there a seam allowance in the pattern for needle turn? I wonder,
yes.
Or do we just enlarge a bit to allow for that option?
There is a seam allowance, but it's only about 1/8 of an inch in between some of the pieces.
It's on the pattern.
Yeah, it's on the pattern. You can see, because you cut it all from one piece of cloth, essentially, you'll see, like for this part right here, that's quite a narrow, I mean, that's literally 1/8 of an inch seam allowance for either side, if you were to use it. But I've done raw edge, so I haven't had to worry about that.
Joan is watching.
Oh, this is one Sarah. I haven't seen this one made up. Sarah, you have to send me a picture. I know Sarah did this one.
No, I like that one.
Yeah, that one's cute. But again, you could play around with the different colours on the leaves for that. Oh, the kimono. I have some really nice Japanese ones that I think would look good, and I love what she's done on the back one, where it's black background and then you've got a gorgeous fabric for your kimono. Oh, the carousel. That would be, oh, which was the other thing I was thinking, another way you could do it. Instead of doing a quilted wall hanging, you could actually just make it as a panel and add more fabric around it to make it into a quilt. This would make a gorgeous little girl's quilt. So you could use it just like you would use a panel. Oh, the gone surfing. This one's kind of funky. I've got a lovely sunset fabric that would be perfect for that. And that's it the other way. Oh, and there's a peacock. Yes. So if, I'm sure it will be on Facebook and Instagram if you look in the pictures. What Rosemary did is she's got one colour for the border, one colour for the background, and then all of these feathers she made a different colour. And yeah, it was really stunning. It was really effective. And because each piece is completely separate, it was really easy to do that. That's the peacock, and then that's it in reverse as well, in a different colourway. Oh, the Fantasy Rose. A lot of people liked this one, but this was a picture that I showed online with a black and then a really nice colourful background. You okay, Michael?
Yep.
So that's that one. Oh, and then there's the snowflakes. Yeah, I've got some lovely blues and greys and silvers that would be good for that. Not sure, I'm not feeling the goldy one on the back so much, but you guys know I'm a blue and silver kind of Christmassy girl, so that one is perfect for me.
Tina says she loves the peacock.
Yeah, peacock is nice. I've got quite a few in because he was surprisingly popular. He sold out pretty quickly, so there's lots there now. And then the sailboat, which I quite like. I might have to make one of those for our downstairs loo, which is all sailing themed. Oh, and the butterfly. This was another one I thought would be a nice central panel for a quilt if you just did this and made it bigger for an actual bed quilt. I love that. That'd be a perfect spring one if you wanted to change them with the seasons.
Diana says she's spoiled for choice.
Yeah. And then, oh, and then this is another Christmassy one.
Christmas.
Yeah. Sorry, Shirley. See, oh no, it's Laurie. I'm not allowed to say the C word, but yeah. And now we kind of have to start thinking about it. So yeah.
3 more months.
Yeah.
12 more weeks.
And then I really like the back. I like the dark blue in the background as well. That was really pretty, but that would be a nice, easy, effective one. So those, and there's more. I've also got Dragonfly online. So this isn't all of them. There's a few more online. There's a hummingbird one as well. But this is just to show you what I had here on hand. Oh, and then I've kind of saved almost the best for last. This is what I'm going to do for next week. I love this one. This is going to go in my sewing room for sure. And she doesn't have a different colourway for this one. It's just the same. It looks like she's added some embellishment a little bit though to make the sewing machine stand out, which I may or may not do. We'll see. But this is the fabric that I'm going to use for it. Now I looked when I was there today and I've only got about 3 or 4 meters left of this. So if this is one you're interested in to use, be sure to grab it while it's there. Actually, I'll probably, this is a batik, so it doesn't technically have a right and wrong side, but the circle's a little bit more defined on one side than the other. So that's going to be my background, and then I'm just going to do plain black for the foreground.
Terry says she placed the order today, so Gladys, I think they will fly off the shelves.
Yeah.
Ned says, I'm glad you lost your piping cord. I'm loving these. And Martina says, dragonflies.
Yes, the dragonfly one. Yes, again, if you look on my Facebook page or my Instagram page, there was a couple of ladies that did dragonflies in the class. Terry, stunning. It was a lovely turquoise blue. And it was a sunsetty type fly. I don't know if it was this one. It might have been this one. but it was this kind of colour, I'm pretty sure, something similar, and a lovely turquoise. It was stunning. And then Edna did a fossil fern, a dark blue fossil fern with a robin's egg blue background. Yeah, that one was really nice. So if I open this up, and hopefully by, well, I've placed the order, so by next week I will have the wide bonder web, so it's a lot easier. And you only need about 3/4 of a metre of it. So this is what I will be tracing on the bonder web ready for next week. It's a lot of tracing. The ladies that came to the class, it was a lot of tracing and a lot of cutting, and we got to a little bit of sewing, but the sewing can be done at home. But it was this was a trickier part, was getting this traced out, cut out and stuck down correctly.
Terry says it was that batik that you used on the dragonflies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was stunning, stunning, stunning.
Karen is watching.
Oh, hi Karen. So yeah.
I'm still surprised there's no Star Trek patterns.
Well, my rep from that company, I haven't seen him yet. The reps aren't really coming around yet still.
Is it because of China?
It is because of China.
And Christine says, there she goes again, meters. I know.
Oh,
I know.
Sorry. Yeah, I think if on the pattern it actually tells you in metric. So it does have old-fashioned yards. So this, if you want to see, this is what you need. Oh, she does have a little bit of embroidery floss. She does add some embellishment on this one, but that's particular to this one. The other ones don't really have it. So that's what you need. And then you see, oh yes, if you have a directional. But I think the only one which I thought of was slightly directional was the Gone Surfing one. But because it is landscape rather than portrait, I think the fabric that I've got would be that direction anyway. So your clouds are in the right direction because it goes that way from selvage to selvage.
Martina says, nice, batiks are really hard to get. Get more, please. Think they'll sell well.
Okay. Yeah, I have a few. I need to get more of these sort of colours. I've got quite a few batiks that are generally tonal. But yeah, I love this one. This one's been a firm favourite. I need to see about getting some more similar to this, which is really nice.
Anne is watching.
Oh, hi Anne. What time is it? Oh, it's only been half an hour. It's been really quick. But I will show you more next week. I promise. If you've got any questions, let me know now. Anything I will show you in particular. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you need to know. Yeah, just start thinking about which ones you'd like to make and have a look at the pictures. If you can't find them, let me know. But there will be pictures on the Facebook page and the Instagram page of the people who came to the workshop and all of their quilts that they did. They were lovely, 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 lovely. And even you'll see the dragonflies, there was two, completely different from each other, but stunning. Both absolutely stunning.
Your brother is watching.
Hello, Simon. I went out on the bike today before it started raining. All good.
Did you tell him about the bike?
Yes, I did. He knows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sandy S, are they all on the website?
Yes, they are all there now. If you go and have a look, they should be under the patterns, or if you search the word Hawaiian, they will all come up. All the ones that are there.
Sarah says she sent you the cat picture.
Oh, thank you. I'll post it so everybody can see as well.
Joanne asks, normal pencil for tracing?
Yes, just a regular pencil for tracing, because you will be ironing it. So you don't want to use a friction pen for this one, unless you're doing, you're not using any bonder web and you're doing the needle turn, then a friction pen might be useful. But for the way that I'm going to show next week, I am going to show the easier way, which is with bonder web, raw edge applique, and then yeah, I've got quite a few. Oh, yes.
Joanne's put the link in.
I've got quite a few Aurifil threads for the top stitching. For the edging, I definitely recommend an Aurifil. I tried a couple of different ones in my machine, and even in my, well, they're being a pain. Sorry, the cats are being a pain. Or the cats. I think it's Link. Even on my good machine, I think I used Metla thread on one of them, and every once in a while I'd get a little loop and it wasn't very neat and tidy, but as soon as I changed to the Aurifil, it worked like a dream. So I definitely recommend an Aurifil for the top stitching to match your top fabric.
Martina says, we in Europe buy fabric in meters, then
Yes.
quilt in inches.
Yeah.
Multitasking, us sewists are adaptable and clever.
Yeah. Took me a while to get used to it, as I will admit, because I started off with yards and all of that. But yeah, once you
can never go wrong with inches, yards, feet, stones,
whatever,
pounds, pints, ounces.
I like British.
It's in the Bible.
British pints are better.
It's in the Bible.
They're bigger. So yeah, explain that. So how come British pints are bigger
Then what?
than American pints?
2 different standards, isn't it?
Sorry, Laurie excluded, Michael excluded, but Americans are crazy. I think this week we've proven that as well.
Sue says she loves your nails.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
And Sharon says she
Sarah.
loves your new jack.
Oh, yes. Oh, he's upstairs. I meant to. Oh, okay.
Next week.
Yeah, I'll have to do it next week. I did put a picture. I'll have to show you next week, because I will probably use him. I meant to bring him down. I forgot. Yes. Pencoal Pens and Turnings. They have a Facebook page where they do like craft shows as well down in Cornwall. And yeah, I love him. He's really nice. And I think I've decided that jacks are like wands. Like they choose you rather than you choosing the wand.
Oh, how very Harry Potter.
I know.
Sandra asks, do you use wadding?
Oh, on this one I have. So to do the top stitching, although you can do it different ways. So for this one, I did the top stitching on just the background and the top fabric, and then I sandwiched it up, and then I just did some straight quilting, basically through all of them. But when Mum did it, Mum laid it all up and then she did the top stitching. So she quilted it and top stitched it all at the same time. So she did it all in one. I think she did find it was a little bit difficult to get through.
Yes. Martina agrees. The British Pints comment, we like having more beer in our pints.
Exactly.
And then Belinda says, that's the problem. Those machines are very quality conscious. Mine are very picky. Aurifil spoiled.
Yeah. Aurifil, yeah. I do like it for that.
Link is getting loves.
Yeah, he is. You're a good kitty, aren't you, Link?
Yes. Not really.
Yes, he is. He is, Papa. Okay, well, I'll leave it there. And join me again next week, and I'll show you the bond and web method. And
Sarah says she stitched it when it was layered.
Oh, okay. Sarah, did you do a blanket stitch or did you do a straight stitch? Because you can do either one, but it'd be interesting to know how you did it. Because one thing I will show as well next week, please remind me if I forget. So with my blanket stitch, I have to adjust the width and length.
Stitch.
Yeah, this is a blanket stitch.
No, she did a blanket stitch.
Oh, blanket stitch. Oh, okay. Sorry. Thank you. Yeah, so I adjusted the length and the width because when I just turned it to my blanket stitch.
Like I would know what a blanket stitch is.
Well, now you know. Yeah, so I had to adjust it to get the size that I wanted, because when I just turned it to my blanket stitch and sewed it as is, it was a little bit longer. Yeah, a little bit wider, sorry, than this was. And I didn't think it looked as pretty. So you may want to adjust that. Have a little play on your machine before you do your blanket stitch, just to know which settings you need to set your width and length to. But yeah, so I will do the sewing machine next week. Might do, yeah, I'll do a sewing machine next week. I was thinking about doing two to show you the needle turn applique. If you're interested in the needle turn applique method, let me know, and I will do another one in needle turn instead of this way. See if you like that. But yeah, so that's it for tonight. Sorry, it's short and sweet. Stay safe, everybody, if you're out anywhere that's raining and stormy like it is out here tonight. And cheers. Have a nice glass of Pinot. This is at least 10 years old. This is mellowed a lot, Mum. This is really nice now. It's Marcel's Pinot. So yeah, so cheers. And I will see you next week. Bye.
Night all.